Never in your life fully trust a cat, especially stray cats. As adorable as they may look, they can always be hiding something sinister. The same goes for girls. They have similar energy to stray cats. And before I start flirting, and this video turns into a session about confronting girls, let's get to why I mentioned stray cats in the first place. So we have a guy named Ethan. His name isn't our problem here. We can discuss all of that later with his parents. What we should be paying attention to is him moving into his new house. He recently took the decision to move into a new place, and for some reason he picked up on one of the worst locations for someone his age, a secluded place surrounded by fields of green and trees. On paper, that sounds like a wonderful place to be, especially for people who can be described as introverts, such as me, but not for Ethan. He barely arrived, and a beautiful little gray stray cat was awaiting him the next day by his house door. Sounds like a great deal. Take him in, and it's all good to go. But this wasn't it. From a distance, there tended to be a tall, shadow-like figure staring Ethan down, almost as if someone were telling him to leave that animal alone. He is mine. The other night, Ethan woke up, not the shadow figure, to the sound of someone knocking at his door. When he opened it and found no one, he investigated a little around the courtyard, but when he got back in, a head peeking from behind a wall was awaiting his arrival. To make matters worse, in the basement, while giving the viewers a tour around it, a ball was thrown straight up from its place. If you found all these events scary enough, there is one more that I believe is the scariest, where the guy was in his courtyard, and when looking at his house window, that same shadow figure was staring him down from inside the property.
Alright, so this cat right here, alright, I'm checking on it again. Alright, cause if you see its legs all up, and it has weird shit all over it. Alright, and it wasn't eating. It's eating now though, right? Look up. I'll see this. I look back though, and it's not there at all. Oh gosh. So I got the stray cat out here, right? Now I'll check on it. This thing's cute as and I look up. Fuck this shit. What the f? I'm gonna go look over. Real quick. Y'all see it? Oh, y'all see that? Is this disappearing? So I got told to go talk to it. So I'm gonna go talk to it. It's dark as fuck out here. I can't see. I see a few trees. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's dark as fuck. Yeah. And scary as hell. Oh hell. What the f is that? What the hell? Alright. I'm in the basement. I'm about to talk to this ghost or whatever it is. It's pretty scary. If you can't tell, my basement is scary as hell. But let's talk to it. Is there anybody in here? If you're in here, show yourself. Oh no, y'all see that? What the f? Hell no. Is that a ball? Oh, oh hell! Hold up. Hold up. Is anybody in here? Oh, hell. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out this place. Oh my god, guys! I don't know what the f is going on. I just walked up. There's like footprints, footsteps. Listen to this shit. Can y'all hear it? What? Oh, no, what the f is that, dog? Hold up. Alright, yo, I gotta check this. What the? Nobody out here. Nobody out here. What the f? I gotta go get my mom. Oh, what the f?
I have a theory here. I think this house might have belonged to a guy who used to take care of a cat, or maybe of cats in general, so this figure is like his soul connecting with Ethan, making sure he is taking care of the cat. That's if it was real, obviously. Have you ever heard of the game named Resident Evil? It's an ancient horror game that still to this day is considered to be one of the top-tier horror games of all times, not to mention that it's a long series that is still relevant with new games. But the next video somehow reminded me of that game, as in one of its latest releases, there is a monster called a baby, which looks nothing like a baby. The next video takes us to a haunted tunnel very well known for its eerie reputation. The Sher Road Tunnel, also known as the Crybaby Tunnel, is located in Chillicothe, Ohio, and is a site steeped in local legend and ghostly tales. Built under a railroad in 1927, its bad reputation was given to it after the tragic incident that happened a while ago in that same location, where a mother and her baby were walking along the railroad in that tunnel before a train struck them, which obviously resulted in their passing. After this incident, the rumors began spreading around the site. A lot of people have said that it's haunted and that you could still hear the echoes of that woman's baby crying. But does this rumor hold any truth to them? Yes, and here comes Levi Woodruff, a man who decided to investigate the place. But the moment he arrived there, and before he even got inside the tunnel, he encountered something that I thought for a second was a living proof of the existence of unicorns. But unfortunately, I was wrong, and it was just the skeleton of a deer in the creek. But that wasn't a good sign for Levi. Regardless of that, he decided to venture his way inside, and here these rumors came to be true. The sounds of a crying baby began to occur, and later in the video, there might have been more voices than anticipated. But hauntings seemed to have followed him home, as presented in his security camera house footage.
It's local, around my area, and they say she got hit on the tracks with her baby, or her body was dumped right there in the creek down here. There's something right there. Bro, there's something right there. A deer. It's a deer. I've been out here forever trying to get stuff done. This place is spooky. Is anybody out there? Hello? Right. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Bro. Hell no. I know you guys heard that. I know you guys heard that. I ain't going down there. If you guys think I'm going down there, you're crazy. You're crazy. You guys are nuts if you think I'm making my way. It's so damn cold. Oh. Yeah, I'm out of here, bro. I'm hearing behind me. It's cold. Yeah, I'm out of here. I don't know if I heard a dog or what that was, bro. I don't know what that was. But that ain't good. That ain't good. That ain't good. Yeah, I'm out of here. Crybaby Tunnel. Yeah, I don't know if I heard a dog or what, but I was going through the Blink camera just looking at footage from last night because I was very intrigued. I had to wake up for work early this morning, so I didn't really get time to look through footage. Well, I happened to come across one video. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. And at 3 a.m., my picture ended up falling off the wall. It had to be rehung today, but my picture ended up falling off the wall. Obviously, my camera didn't catch it because it was faced towards, you know, the kitchen and the door. But yeah, wait until you see this video. I'm still speechless, dude. All right, here it is.
This video got to be one of the best out there, despite it not having much of the paranormal. But sometimes you just need a smudge of it that is fitting enough to fulfill your taste and implant fear. How dramatically described. When we talk about fancy houses, we always tend to go back in time, especially in the medieval era, as it seems to be the time when they used to put so much money into these properties, designs, and furniture, unlike today's times, where people head to IKEA to buy their house's furniture, and the fact that such things have a very high price is pissing me off. Which takes me to the next place the team of Ghost Theory is investigating. The house is around 600 years old and located in a remote area surrounded by fields, giving it the feel of a time capsule. The house had been abandoned for decades before being purchased in the 1980s by two people who intended to restore it to its original appearance. During the restoration, the owners removed modern features like tiles and wooden slats from the exterior, replacing them with traditional thatched roofing to match the original medieval style. However, despite investing significant effort into renovations, the house was mysteriously abandoned again before the work was completed. Since then, the house has remained unoccupied and untouched. Now only investigators such as the two in the next video bother to take a deep dive into it. And so they did, and you have to be very careful while watching the next video, not because it might scare you with an unpleasant jump scare, but rather because the entire plot of the investigation revolves around the noises they heard, from creaking sounds to knocks. Also at the end, when they installed some static cameras across the place, they captured the door opening on its own.
How old is this? That's at least a week old, that.
At least, I reckon, yeah. You can tell by the dust.
You can tell because it's got art on it.
Yeah.
Because modern things don't have art on them anymore.
And there's the other stairs. But even like the lights are wonky. I almost don't want to stand in here because
Moving on. Wow.
Okay.
I've not broken anything, it's just the floor creaking.
We're calling out to any spirits who may remain here, or anybody who could hear us. We mean you no harm. My name's Elliot,
Mine isn't.
and we're here to find out
Hello? We're just here to communicate with anyone if you're here. That was me. Where is it coming from? This is awesome. Hello? Is there a spirit in here with us? What is that knocking? Hello? This is haunted. Just want to let you know. Yeah.
I think these sounds are not much until you watch that last scene of the door opening on its own. Then you may make the case that the house could actually be haunted and these noises were made by ghosts. Not saying it's indeed, but also the theory might be true. Why else would people put so much effort and money into something only to abandon it for no known reason? In the next video, if I didn't know that it was 100% real, I would have thought it was created by artificial intelligence. The reason why I'm saying that is because it does feel a little unreal being in the middle of the ocean and finding a house floating like a boat with no one in it. It's like level 7 of the backrooms, the level that's called thalassophobia. Now, since the video is real and also taken by 2 Mexican dudes, let's talk about it. These 2 fishermen were in the ocean oceaning around, looking to possibly catch the largest fish they could find. They never knew that the biggest fish was going to be a house floating on its own. They thought to themselves, why not live there and make a family and live happily ever after? When they want to eat, they can eat fish, and for drinking water, they can boil the ocean water. No taxes, no internet, just a relaxing life. Now this was my initial thought. They didn't actually say that, and also these were 2 straight men. Anyways, they were calling out if anyone could be stuck in that house. Little did they know they were about to capture a terrifying and, perhaps, supernatural phenomenon where there seems to be a tall shadow figure walking inside that building, and it even peeked its head from within the darkness of it. Later, as the video went public and gained lots of traffic, it turned out that this was previously a restaurant in Atracadero, originally located in Tuxtla, Veracruz. It was driven there by Hurricane Priscilla.
Parte del restaurante flotante de Poza Rica en playas de Alvarado. Ver.
La puerta tan buena, tan trama, que nada más debe tener a mí ver que nada más ya está su tranco y todo. Aquí andamos como una casa flotante con un barquito, una lanchita, cabrón. ¿De dónde vendrá esto? ¿De allá de Poza Rica o qué onda? Están buenas las puertas, pero tienen su tranca y están clavadas, ¿verdad? Pero que vayan a salir, no me vaya a salir un cristiano ahí. Vaya de frente. ¿Hay alguien con vida? ¿Hay alguien con vida? Respondan. ¡Ey! ¿Quién vive? ¿Quién vive? ¿Quién vive?
Hola, mío, la puerta.
Que la puerta también es trancada, ¿verdad?
A ver, nomás prueba.
Bueno, vaya que cuando me suba me salgan esta gente.
Bien, pues tócale. Porque es que no estuvieran aquí.
Ni verga, no. Espérame, estoy grabando por la verga. ¿Hay alguien con vida? ¡Respondan!
Míralo. Ahí está.
¡Ay, ay, hasta me asustó! ¡Uy! Uy, me asustó.
Cuidado, órale.
No, ya estoy aguantando aquí.
Ábrete. Este la súbete ya por ahora.
Las puertas están buenas, pero están atrancadas, verga.
Fíjate, fíjate. Fíjate.
Verga, pasé a cortar.
The question remains, what was that captured inside the building? Was it actually a shadow figure? Either way, it was creepy. This next clip could be listed as one of the more awkward videos I have stumbled upon recently, as I really couldn't tell what was happening in front of my eyes. I was looking at it and thinking to myself, am I doing the right thing in my life at this age? What kind of videos am I looking at? What are these two doing? Two, you say? Yes, we are talking about two creatures. They look like me and my brother back when we were kids. We used to play like animals, trying to mimic their movements and physicality, but it always felt awkward. Why were we pretending to be animals? I thought that was something of the past and that I would never see myself doing it again, nor would I see people who had done the same as us. But then I found this clip, a static footage that seems to be taking place in some cemetery where we can see men in black. You mean from the movie? No, not that. I meant like humans dressing all black, pretending to be some sort of creature, walking around, jumping on trees, and communicating like wild animals. I'm not sure if they were responsible for that skinny tree tilting or if it was somehow paranormal, but it was unnatural nonetheless.
Um. Đó. Đó. Đó.
I still don't understand what I have just witnessed here, but talking about pretending like animals, you know where else I have seen this position? Where do I see people doing it? In meditation sessions, especially in yoga, they do some awkward body movements in order to relax their muscles and minds. The Amicalola River of North Georgia. It's a nice place, isn't it? Well, buddy, if that's what you had in mind and that's the place where you want to spend the weekend, then read this story before you make your final decision and plan out the travel with your best male friends and the girl who will come along only to get slapped by all the males, if you know what I mean. I saw that in movies multiple times. But what's your story? It's not my story, it's rather the story of the missing of 3 young children who took their Sony Handycam to tape their trip to this river at night. I don't know if they planned to go there early or just found themselves there as they were driving. But back to the ages, how were these 3 driving a car when they were children? They are 24 years old. What? Are they too young to be called children at that age? I have no idea, I guess I'm just too old. But as the trip began, they were enjoying some of their time. They stopped by a gas station to buy some beer, and even found Stacy by coincidence at the grocery shop. Who? What is she doing there at that time of the night? But don't you want to know who she is first? Isn't she the one behind their disappearance? Nah, dude, she is just a girl they knew from high school back in the day. And her name isn't even Stacy. I just made that name up for her. Long story short, they camped near the river, then heard the scary sound that would send them running for their lives. Dogs barking, people screaming, and they went missing.
Go head on up there to that Amicalola. They call it the Jugulbla River in Navajo, but there's no Navajos around here, and the Cherokees, they call it the Amicalola. So that's kind of the name that we go with around here in these parts. Yep.
Stick shift.
So I guess we're gonna go stop. We're gonna go our poor ass, we got some change. We're gonna go buy some beer, a little bit of gas, cancer sticker 10, and I don't know, we'll see you later. Well, we just got done paying with change, and you went to high school with that girl.
Yeah, I was like,
What?
I know you.
Yeah.
She was like, that's because we went to school together. And I was like, oh.
She'd be like, so how's college? You get a degree in,
Is that me I'm looking at when I look at the thing?
Yeah. So what are we gonna do?
Who we could holler at.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know what we're gonna do.
Dude, I'm about to drive around here and find something where we can go. Where it doesn't have any posted signs, where it's just off the beaten path. And it's,
There is nowhere around here like that.
I just passed probably 12 different little cutaways on the way up here.
I mean, I'd rather get in trouble for camping somewhere not allowed to than camping somewhere not allowed to and trespassing. You get shot for trespassing.
We have a sign that says that, first of all.
Spot right over here.
Is there?
Yeah. I don't know though. I kind of want to hike a little further back though.
I brought some fire starter.
That trail starts to head up that mountain, right up that way. So we can either set it here, hike up the mountain for a minute, and see if we got anything worthwhile, huh?
That's it.
Alright, let's go.
I got the back over here. Dude, they're gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, it's the 3 of us. They're gonna be like, wow, this is horrible. They're standing real close to each other. So we got a camera and they'll be on YouTube. People will see me and be like, hey, mom.
don't have that much beer.
Look at that shot.
We should probably pack it up and go.
Right now. You come home.
We're gonna die.
Guys, to a night filled with change.
Filled with unexpected adventures.
Filled with last minute decisions. And not many regrets.
And last second pleasures.
Yeah.
Will be saved for our return.
To light it up, get us warm, bring us back in the zone. If going camping that one time was camping with the Dugans,
What is this?
then what is this? Ow! That hurt. What the?
Let's head back to the homestead.
Homestead sounds good.
Smoke a bowl by the homestead.
White rabbits. They follow me everywhere I go. They are magnetic. Oh, please. That just freaked me out.
Just freaked my.
You see that dude? It's about to, hey!
I enjoyed this hour. What?
You serious?
A little bit.
An engine. Like a car pulling up or something. Maybe? I would see lights, man. Ain't no way they're past us.
Do cops get sneaky? Yeah, like that's a fucking. Dude.
Obviously, since they were planning to camp right from the beginning, they clearly had the river as their main target, but why were they chased? Ian is back. After a long time no see, he finally decided to grant us a new video, though he deleted the last video he made prior to this one for no known reason. Even if he kept it up, it's been 3 months. So today he went to investigate 3 different locations at the same time, a foursome paranormal investigation because he is the 4th member. The video takes us on a ride. No, literally, he actually did record himself on the ride to each location, the first place being a cemetery called Gilbert Cemetery. It dates back to the 1800s, with people saying that a pioneer spirit is lingering around and haunting the location. He brought the toys to communicate with these spirits, the K2 meter and such. He got many spikes in there, but the most noticeable creepy activity he caught was the voices. Each time he would hear different voices. Some were childlike, some were womanlike, and others were manlike voices. These were all creepy indicators that there are actually ghostly spirits lingering around, but while taking photos with his camera, in one of the pictures, he caught what appears to be a glaring face, spread like dough, floating in the air. Ian wasn't done there. Despite the creepy face, he had to be hit on his neck to get the message and flee the location, which gets us to the second haunted place, Jenner's Park. It served as a zoo back in the 1900s, and now it's still a zoo, but an abandoned one, so no animals, no humans. But how true is that? That's the same question the tax collector asked me when I showed him my numbers. When it comes to this zoo our investigator headed to, it doesn't seem so completely abandoned, at least not in the form we expect, because in one of the cages, which was supposed to be empty, and it was empty, our guy was freaked out when a growl out of nowhere was heard, let alone the glowing eyes. There was also a seesaw that was pushed and rocked on its own. After he had enough of this scary trip with ghostly animals, he headed to the final location, Renegade Antiques, which goes back to the 1890s and was later turned into an antique shop called Renegade Antiques. This probably was the scariest and most active one of the 3, where objects were thrown in front of him like a glass cup. Objects were found in places different than where Ian saw them at arrival, and by the end, one of the windows was going crazy by itself, slamming.
All right, here we are. Gilbert Cemetery. Dang, dude. It is so scary out here at night. And before I was recording, I heard like raccoons going absolutely ballistic. was that? I don't know if I'm going crazy. It's kind of hard to hear over the wind, but I thought I heard like voices almost, like off in the distance. Oh my god, dude. I can't make out what they're saying, but it just sounds like different voices, like men, women, and even like children. It literally sounds like a whole community of like spirits. See if I could read any of these graves. Over here. Whoa. Hello? I don't know if I'm going crazy, but I thought I just heard like a groan. I am so sorry. Oh, what the heck was that? Hello? I swear to God, I heard movement back here. I guess it could have been an animal, though. Who knows? Whoa, 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 dude. Oh, I think I just caught something. Dude, I got some type of manifestation. And it's completely gone now. It's completely gone. That was different. That was like a straight up someone floating in like midair. I gotta look back at that right now. What in the world? Dude, it looks like, you know what that looks like? That looks kind of like a face of a woman. Like an older woman. Oh! Oh no. Dude, I literally felt a hand just smack me right in the face. Hard. Oh God. I'm on my way to the second location. It's Jenner's Park. It was once an old amusement park and zoo. What is that, like some kind of music? I know that's one of the reports, but there is like a neighborhood around here, so I don't know. I don't want to jump to conclusions. I am like in the complete darkness. Hello? Whoa. Dude, I just heard something over here. Dude, is that a merry-go-round? Oh my God, dude, I swear to God, I think I just heard this thing move. Is there someone there? Could you make that sound again? That'd be absolutely insane if it moved. I just thought, you know what that sounded like? That sounded like little footsteps. Little footsteps walking on it. That could be why this place is so haunted, apparently. Looks like they got some older playground equipment over here. Hello? Is anyone over here? Dude! Oh! Oh my God, oh my God! Dude, that thing is moving! It's rocking back and forth by itself! That seesaw! Whoa, what was that? Whoa. Dang. I mean, it could have just been a real animal. That's... I don't know. I don't see anything. Guess I'm gonna try to go towards it. Hello? See what happens if I crawl into here. I mean, I couldn't tell you what it was, but I just seen like the silhouette of something and now it's just gone. It almost looked like a big bird or something. Bigger than usual. Dude! Did you hear that? Oh my god, dude, I've never heard that in my life. That's like a weird chirp sound. That's like the tough thing. Is like I'm not really an expert on animals, so I don't know what that was. Oh. What the? Oh. Dude! What the is that? Oh my gosh, dude. Something just came crawling out of that cage. Oh my god, and I don't know if I caught this on camera, but I saw a pair of white eyes, white little beady eyes, looking at me from in there. It's a little quiet in there. Whoa. That cage just rattled over there. That small one right there. Hello? If there's an animal in there, could you make some more noises? Holy. Alright guys, we're on the way to the final location. The old Mets mortuary. Who moves all the antiques in here? If so, move by this device again. Oh, okay. Holy moly. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm getting goosebumps. Oh, that was just right over here. And again, there's nothing. There's nothing here. I'm just kind of walking around here in silence, just listening for anything at all. Whoa. What the hell was that? I don't know what that was, but it sounded like something clanging around or something. Something getting moved. Oh gosh. Oh. No way. Dude. How did this open? This door's wide open. I know for a fact I shut that all the way. Okay. This place is starting to creep me out. It's kind of weird, but I can't really say if that was paranormal because I don't know. That could have been there for God knows how long. Whoa, what? Okay. Alright, this is like the middle aisle. I've been walking up and down here almost like this entire time. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that. I'm just gonna put this here. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on him. See if he moves again. Oh my god. Who's there? What the hell was that? That sounded like something glass. Like getting moved. Oh my god. Dude, I'm hearing stuff moving around in here. What is going on? Okay, I'm getting like super jumpy right now. Whoa! What the heck was that? Dude, something just fell over. Oh my god. Dude, what the heck was that? Dude, something just got knocked over off of one of the shelves here. I literally seen it. It just made like a ping sound. Ping. Could you come forward and speak to me? What the is that? Hello? Who's there? Are you one of the spirits of the old mortuary? Okay, whoever I just seen, my name is Ian. Could you tell me your name? Oh my God. Whoever's making that sound, why don't you... Oh my God. Oh. Dude, it's coming from somewhere over here. Like in one of the cabinets or something. Just stay calm, just stay calm. I am not alone up here. There is no doubt about that. Is anyone in here? Oh my God. I just heard like a man's voice. It just echoed from one of these rooms. I know you're up here with me. Could you make another noise? Whoa, what the... Dude, I just seen something in that room, and it was disturbing. It looked like a face of someone looking at me, hovering above that urn. What the... Screw this, I'm out of here.
This was worth the wait, but it did take a bit too long for him to publish the video. He originally uploaded the video in a square, stretched aspect ratio, so to get that kind of experience, go to his channel and watch it. Tagamori is investigating a haunted house in the next video, and this house story goes all the way back to the past. You really thought I was going to tell you an exact date? I'm not that good of a guide. The history of this house is a bit dark. In fact, it's not just a bit, it's so dark that it makes the darkness look brighter. And if you ask me personally, it's so dark that I should shut my mouth and continue the story. In a nutshell, the story is very basic. A family of 2 parents and a girl were living a very happy life in Japan. And since we are talking about the Japanese family in a horror video, then it's one of 2 things. Either they were killed by a thief, or they took their own lives. Here, it is the second choice. The girl took her own life after she had a mental disorder, and then her parents completed the cycle and did the same in the same spot. Now let's go back to our investigator. Togo went on exploring each and every room. Of course he would have done that. I mean, that's the whole point of the story. Imagine if he only checked on the room. And as he was going around looking for something unusual, he actually did manage to see what he was hoping for. He never had to use the toilet more than 3 times in a day. This time, he did it 5 times. Also, he heard some sounds in the background. Not from his stomach. I'm now talking about the paranormal. It sounds like someone is knocking on doors. Sounds like someone is walking behind him. Sounds that I only hear when I haven't paid the rent for 3 months. I would always feel like someone was behind me. And that's exactly what Togo has encountered. He didn't encounter my renter, he encountered what looked like a shadow figure. This figure also has nice, shiny long hair, which can be seen when he was sliding under the bed.
失礼します。で、前回ね、来た時にこの部屋からさ、カツンカツンカツンって音が聞こえててさ、僕とさんはね、それを聞いて、まあ全く同じ推測をしたわけだけど。
ぶつかってたってことか。
ちょっと待って。うわー、なんかちょっと待って。このうめき声みたいなの聞こえてるのかな。明らかに2階の方からうめき声みたいなの聞こえてますけど。びっくりした。今ちょっと神経が高ぶってるっていうのも原因としてあると思います。ここに住まれてる方ですか？嘘つけて書いたのは誰ですか？幸せですと書いたのは誰ですか？すいません。この女性はカメラ目線じゃないんですよ。自分の僕の後ろを見てるかのような。こちらを見てないですね。あれなんで電気消えてんだろう。もう充電切れしたのかな。もう充電切れしたのかな。もう充電切れしたのかな。呼吸音みたいなものが時折聞こえたり、どこかに隠れてこちらの様子を伺っているような、そんな風に見えますね。
I don't know if this picture is of the daughter who passed away, but whether it was or not, it was scary. Not the daughter was scary, it was the way the picture changed. I don't really understand how adults can work in such a facility as the one in the next video and still act a little childish. I'm not talking about Monica here. No, Monica isn't the name of my girlfriend. That's the name of the lady recording the videos we have next. Who I meant by acting childish were her co-workers. One of them the other day told her about a terrifying incident that happened to him on the site. She thought he might have tripped over a wire and was captured doing so by the security cameras, and now everyone has the footage, including the headmaster, and they are all laughing at it. But that's not what happened. The video, which was caught by the security camera, showed the elevator doors opening on their own. That could be explained as a malfunction by some, but how can you explain the silhouette of a kid on the corner when that incident was recorded? It left Monica in fear, to the point where the other day she came to the facility already mumbling some slurs while being on the edge of crumbling before the door behind her moved by itself. And it didn't take long before she began crying. I almost felt like I was part of the problem, but she, in the recording, also captured the sounds of whisperings. The other day, while she had just arrived, the xylophone, which I have no idea what it was doing there in the first place, was playing, as if someone was using the mallets to play it. She rushed to the room where that thing was and found it still didn't even move from its place an inch.
The alarm is still on, so there's no reason why I heard running up here. Okay, that deactivates the alarm. Oh man, I'm scared. Oh. I don't know if I could walk in there. Oh, door keeps opening. Oh, what the was that? I'm at work. I'm the only person here. And I'm here. Oh my God, I'm scared. The scary movie says you don't go see what's going on. But what the I'm gonna lose my goddamn okay. Oh, I'm gonna die.
I have some questions here. Why is she alone in the building when checking in? Like, why is no one in there earlier? What kind of company are we dealing with here? And most importantly, what links does this place have with these young spirits? It always goes back to those parents who never for once search the history of a property they want to stay in and focus on. Here, I refer to the parents specifically because adults can handle the pressure from haunted houses, while the kids will always be the target for these jinns. Now, in the subsequent footage, we have a lady named Misty, a name I never knew existed. She has been going through a lot lately due to the haunting of her house. It's not literally like her entire house is haunted. It's more like one specific area, which just happens to be her youngest daughter's bedroom. As on one night, the baby monitor alerted her that there was some weird movement in the room, even though the girl was asleep, and when checking on the monitor, she was indeed asleep, but something terrifying wasn't and was watching over her. So she made a video where she was checking on the room alone, and while making sure there was nothing also on the bed, the seesaw toy began rocking back and forth on its own, also sending Misty fallen. The next video is where the husband stepped in to do an investigation on his own, but the main purpose of that video was to shut the attic door after checking that there is no one hiding in there. I'm not sure why the attic was shut though.
Okay, a lot of y'all were asking about the room situation, so I'm gonna run that through real quick. We moved my daughter from this room into this room. She got new furniture. That's why the bunk bed is still in there. Then we moved the baby from my office, which used to be her bedroom, now it's my office again, up into this room. So this is the attic that's in between the rooms that I was talking about that's cracked. It's been that way for a while, so it's not something that I'm overly concerned about, but y'all have got me freaking out in the comments. I cannot even breathe walking in this room, so I am truly terrified, but I'm gonna walk y'all in here real quick. This is the bunk bed. This is where I took her out of her crib, ran up the bunk bed. There was nothing up there when I came. We have her rocking chair, her changing station, her closet with all of the stuff that we still need to put up. This is where I have everything that was gifted. I know a lot of y'all were saying check stuff that came from a thrift store or that wasn't yours because it might be causing it. I will show you guys up here. There's nothing suspicious. There's no hair from like a rat or something that could have came in. This is marker. These are still tucked in on the sides, like they're still tight from, you know, if somebody was trying to be underneath the blankets. I don't think that's plausible. So I don't know. I have no idea what could be causing it. Oh my God, it's rocking.
Alright guys, Daddy is home. Y'all got me to sub in today to do some filming because we've had some weird stuff going on this week and Mama does not want to come up here anymore, which is understandable. That is our weird room. No one's going in there anytime. Here is the cracked attic. It's been that way for some time now. It's been about 2 years. that it's been like that, so I'm not overly concerned. That's the first thing I told my wife is it's not that big of a deal. It's how it's been. But anywho, we're gonna check it out. Give her a look around. I was indeed scared last night. Okay. All right, we're good. That scared me a little bit. I was scared last night, not gonna lie, being home alone. But it was a smooth night. I was so exhausted. I slept very good. I didn't wake up to any weird stuff. Attic looks fine. Does not feel good in here. It is very hot. But I don't see any animal droppings or anything weird. Definitely not a person up here. If there is a thing, I don't know, but it seems normal up here. Just our AC unit. So, I mean, it looks good up here, guys. I'll be bringing a drill up here so I can put a screw inside of this door, and then we will be good. Shouldn't have anything coming in and out of here anytime soon with that drill in there or the screw. But wish us luck. All right, time to shut this baby down for good. She's locked up. See how that goes.
I think they might be suspecting that the attic could be the source of the manifestation of the shadow figure the mother saw on the monitor the other night before investigating the room. Also, there was a follow-up video where the parents found old messages and ancient books hidden in the house. Which brings up the question, how did the parents not know about these books and written messages before acquiring the property? How did they not know that if you have reached this point in the video, you should subscribe and watch the next video on screen?